What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with yet another podcast, but it's not one. Two podcasts today. One now and one at 9 o'clock with Ozzy David. But we're doing something different kind of show. We've got the opposition fan today, and we've got Craig from the Eagle Road podcast. So before we get his opinion on Brentford's season, on everything, as you know, new manager, new players, good players got out as well. So I thought I'd get the best person out of this on Craig. How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Very good. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. But like I said, Craig's got a podcast called Eagle Road Podcast. So people, if you can, go on, all you do is click on the title on the Eagle Road Podcast and just follow it. Because like I said, it's good to promote other podcasters as well. If you like to hear other teams as well, please go and subscribe as well. Craig, talk about your channel before we do talk about the game tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely. So as you just mentioned, we are a Brentford podcast. We are at the Ealing Road on Twitter, at Ealing Road Pod on Instagram. So do feel free to drop us a follow. We do match previews, match reviews, and a lot of special content that we do throughout the season. We've had a few special guests on over the summer as well, especially with this transition period that we're in as a football club. It's been good to get some different point of views and different perspective. So yeah, please do go give us a watch and give us a follow.
Like I said, people, it's in the title. All you do is click it, subscribe, and just, like I said, watch other people's opinion. Before we do it, let's go for the comment. I think we've got a Brentford fan already in called Jamie. Come on, Brentford, string of boring Forest. My score predictions for Forest 0, Brentford 0. It's Forest 0, Brentford 3. Come on, you bees, bloody hell, he's going in. He's going in as well, man. As well. Mohammed says, I've got for the 7-0.
I don't think we'll win 7-0, but it might be close.
Okay. My guy Alan's a Fulham fan. Even in bed, easy 3 points for Forest tomorrow. Bust up at Horsham or going down to where we belong. He's a Fulham fan. He's a Fulham fan. Shout out to Alan. Fulham drawn 1-1 today. Late equaliser as well. So shout out to Alan as well. Got Jem as well. Look forward to tomorrow. Please don't bring your. We don't want to talk. Listen, I don't want beef with Brentford fans, man. Come on, Marlo. Come on, man. Right, let's go on and talk about it's been the craziest summer for Brentford because you've lost a manager, you've lost your 3 big players as well, Craig. But let's talk about Frank going, Keith Andrews bringing in. As a fan, how do you feel about it?
It's a difficult one to kind of put my finger on as to how I actually feel as a fan. Losing Thomas Frank after 7 seasons, 8 seasons is absolutely devastating. But you know, really, that a manager's not going to stay forever as much as you want them to. And losing him to, another London club in Spurs, it does hurt a little bit more than what it would if he was to, say, go back to Denmark or take the Danish national team as well, because that seems like a natural progression in his career at that time. Obviously, Champions League football will be massive for him at Spurs, but replacing him with Keith Andrews is a risk. But to quote Thomas Frank, who obviously has just departed us, he said, "By not taking risks, you're still taking a risk." So we're very, very well known for promoting within and that being successful. I mean, all you got to do is look at Thomas Frank. He was, the successor to Dean Smith, and then he was our head coach for 7-8 years. Prior to that, Mark Warburton, who was our sporting director, had never coached a football game in his life. Came in, promoted from League One. So we have a successful track record of promoting from within. It's just maybe promoting from within when you're in League One and the Championship to being in the Premier League is a bit different. It's a bit more of a risk. But we're a progressive club, and I believe that the board are doing the right thing. I back what they're doing. But we need to give it some time, don't we, to see how it's really going to go.
What was your thoughts when you heard about Keith Andrews? Like, say, he's the manager, because from outside looking in, as well, he was a set piece coach, wasn't it? And and himself, and you just said, and it makes sense because, like I said, you brought in players like are not managers, and like with Thomas Frank, no one knew who he was when he got to Brentford, and now he was successful with Brentford as well, if you look at it. But bringing in someone, he's a set-piece coach. He's not like... It's just strange.
So it is a strange one, and I can imagine how it looks from an outside perspective as well. But I would like to just, give Keith Andrews the benefit of the doubt that he is not actually a set-piece coach.
Isn't he?
When he was approached by the club, the only position that we had open was a piece coach. So we gave him that role as here you go. Here's an in at the football club. Here's an in at the coaching staff. The only role we have open is the set piece coach. Can you go in? Can you do something different with it? And then we can, see where we are next season. I don't think anybody expected Thomas Frank to leave this year, to be completely honest. So that progression that Keith Andrews has happened in an instant, hasn't it? So he was brought in as a set piece coach. But give him his dues. He's not actually a set piece coach. That's just the only role we had.
Okay, so people make it clear because everyone says set piece coach. So Craig has said it. He's not a set piece coach, to be clear.
That's it. Get it right.
Right. So it's been a crazy with players, man. And you lost 2 big players. One to who's it to Arsenal?
So we lost Christian Nordgaard to Arsenal.
We got to Arsenal, and Mbemba to Man United.
Lost Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United, and then we're obviously now on the cusp of losing Johan Wissa to Newcastle as well.
Let me say about Wissa. What's your opinion about the Wissa situation? Because we had the same situation with Gibbs White, because Gibbs White, it seems like we don't know, he wanted to leave Forest. But then,
I would say that our owner doesn't have the power to hold players hostage. So
I'll say that again. He's starting the beef. He's always starting the beef. Carry on.
So, the rumours were that Johan Wissa was refusing to train and refusing to be part of matchday squads and saying, "I'm never going to play for Brentford again." And then there was rumours coming out from people that know players and staff and even the owner from within the football club that's not the case. That's just lazy journalism, people picking up on things that they can do. I mean, similar with the Isak situation, isn't it? Where he is apparently refusing to train. He is saying, I'm never going to play for Newcastle again. But I'm sure if you spoke to someone within the football club at Newcastle, they would say, well, really, he hasn't actually said that. He might have beat around the bush with it a little bit, but he hasn't actually said it. But it's a strange one, isn't it? I mean, 19 Premier League goals last season without a penalty being scored. And Brian got 20 with however many penalties it was throughout the season is an incredible feat. And we're going to miss 39 goals from our front line. So it's going to be interesting going through the next weeks as well, with Dango Otara possibly coming in and replacing Brian Mbeumo. We probably need another striker, but it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
The thing with Whistle, like I said, we was linked with him as well. I think we made it for 25 million as well, and they got rejected. But the thing about Brentford, like I said, and I respect him a little bit about it, because they bring in players like no one knows and make them a good player. Like it's like the Brighton situation. They bring players who no one knows and now they make them good. And do you feel like if West just goes to seem like he will go, do you think like it's going to happen again? You're going to bring in someone who you don't know and you're going to make him good? But that's what Brentford do.
Well, it is what we do. You're absolutely right. Just to answer a question that Thomas has posted in the chat, Igor Thiago was brought in to replace Ivan Toney. Yeah, he was brought in to replace Ivan Toney, but he was brought in last summer to replace Ivan Toney, and then did his meniscus in pre-season against AFC Wimbledon, and only ended up playing like 6 times for us at the back end of last season. So we haven't seen very much of him at all. Similar to Gustavo Nunes, who we bought last summer, got injured in pre-season and then featured twice last season and has just strained his hamstring in pre-season.
Look, you got any players? Have you got any players?
You'd think so, yeah. You'd think so. And then going off of what Jem is saying there in the comments as well, Kevin Sharda, obviously he did score at the City Ground last season, didn't he, to put us 1-0 up. He's you can't really put your finger on him as a football player, because he looks so quick, he looks so snappy, he looks so reactive to things. And then you are like, okay, why aren't you running at players? You're probably one of the fastest players in the Premier League, and he was like one of the quickest recorded speeds across the Premier League last season. He doesn't utilize that power very often, and if he did, he could. I mean, he scored 11 goals last season anyway. He scored 11 goals last season, and if he can get double digits along with Igor Thiago, along with Dango, should he come in as well, yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Going back to your actual question, do you want to remind me what that was?
What was it? I don't know what it was now. What? I can't forget. I just listened to what you were saying, man. Right, let's make it to a question, because you brought in a decent goalkeeper in Kelleher, the goalkeeper.
Even Kelleher,
yeah, and you brought in an experienced player, Jordan Henderson. He knows everywhere. Were you happy with, especially with Jordan Henderson, because like I said, he's 34 years old and he knows the Premier League inside out. And what's your opinion on the goalkeeper on the Henderson signing?
I'll start with Kelleher. I thought that Kelleher is a great piece. I think that Kelleher is a great piece of business, especially for a young goalkeeper. He's been in and around the Liverpool team for so many years now, and he's won, countless trophies for them as well. So when you bring in experience like that on, such an old head on such a young pair of shoulders, it can only do good. And just to boost your guys' confidence a bit, he's actually injured. I don't know.
Oh, great! What point? There's no point turning up, is there?
I don't know if he's going to be playing, because again, going back to Kevin Schade has actually picked up an injury as well.
Oh, great!
He played against Mönchengladbach. Wissa obviously hasn't played any games through pre-season at all. I don't know. We might put a few kids out against you guys and see what happens. But yeah, we're in a bit of a position where I don't think we really know what our strongest lineup is. We had a conversation on the podcast as the season preview, and we was having the same conversation: is what really is our best attacking lineup at the moment, because we don't know. So it'll be interesting to see on tomorrow actually, for sure. In regards to Jordan Henderson, I was steadfast against at the beginning.
I think for a few Forest fans was, because we was linked with him as well. Yeah. But I see as an experienced player. I know he's 34, he's lost his legs, but
it helps us massively because we lost Christian Nørgaard to Arsenal.
Yeah.
We needed to be able to bring someone in that could just slot straight in and replace that experienced head that we had in midfield. And if you could pick someone who has played in the Premier League for like 20 years, has won every trophy there is to win in the Premier League and in Europe, you'd probably want Jordan Henderson in that position. Now, I was steadfast against. I didn't want it to happen to begin with, but he's done nothing but impress me ever since he stepped onto the pitch. So I owe him an apology. So this is my...
You do. I think you do.
Apologies to Jordan Henderson. I'm so sorry. But I think I was thinking, maybe we'll get another 6 in, because 35 years old, probably not going to play 90 minutes every week, but we've got a lot of young talent coming through at the moment. So fingers crossed, he can use his experience to bring those players forwards.
Are we still? Is Rico Henry still there? Left back.
He's actually going into his 10th season. No, he is not. Touch wood, fingers crossed. He is just returning from an ACL injury. He played a couple of games at the back end of last season. But he has started the majority of our preseason games.
I like him, Craig. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's your best player. I've always liked him. I've always liked Nico Henry. Always.
Yeah, ever since we've been in the Premier League, he's been the one that we relied on, especially against teams that had players with a lot of pace up front. And then he got injured, and we got found out all the time because we didn't change our playing style, and we still allowed teams to. We still pressed teams high, but then we had no one to cover with the pace that he has. But since he's come back in, he doesn't seem to have lost a yard of pace as well, like you would expect a player to have an ACL injury and come back from. So he's not lost it, and I'm fingers crossed he can stay fit throughout the season. And Thomas has just put a comment on there. His name is Anthony Malambo as well. That is the signing we have made this summer. Yes, from Feyenoord. I think he's only 21 as well, so he's only a young player, and he's been absolutely fantastic in pre-season. Now, we played Queen's Park Rangers, and we beat QPR in a pre-season friendly 1-0. Obviously, it's very nice to get one over on your rivals, depending on whether it's a league game, cup game, pre-season. It was nice to beat them. And Malambo just shown ahead of everybody. He was steps ahead of them.
Yeah, I like Lewis Davis, but I like Nico David. Your left back. He's more better.
Henry,
He's
yeah.
more better.
Yeah, we're actually going into his 10th season as a Brentford player.
How old is he? How old is he, Craig?
I think he's like 28, 29.
I'll still take him. Marlo, I'll still take him. Forest, just rate Brentford. Let's just rate Brentford and take him. I'll take him. Right, people, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and make sure everyone subscribes to Craig's channel as well, the Eagle Road podcast as well. He's a Brentford rank. So if you want to see, have you done a Forest and Brentford Forest preview show on your?
I think Mike has done one with the Athletic, so you need to go and watch that one.
Yeah, go and watch it.
People. Out now, yeah.
Craig, I did a podcast yesterday, and last time, do you know when the last time Forest beat Brentford at the Seat Ground?
The last time
Forest beat Brentford.
It must have only been a few years ago, right? In
2020, I think 2019, I think it was. This was before lockdown.
Before lockdown,
before lockdown.
We've had a couple of draws, haven't we, recently?
Yes.
Because we did 2-0, and then I think it was 2-1 all games like that prior.
Yeah,
I've been to Forest very many times, and it's always enjoyable as a Brentford fan, I must admit.
Can't you remember then?
No, I'm going to say Noah Pershing from my memory.
Right. So, as I did a podcast yesterday, and last time we beat you lot was 1-0 at Seat Ground with Ben Watson in the 56th minute.
Right.
We have got Brentford always come to Seat Ground, like I said, draw or win.
Yes.
I'm going to shock you because now my mind's changed now after what you said about Brentford got a few players injured, you lost players. I said Brentford will win 1-0 tomorrow.
It would not surprise me. As a Brentford fan, I'm of the well aware and the full understanding that we either, as your comments have said, lose 7-0 or we win 1-0. That there is no really in between. I do think that obviously off the pitch, Forest have had a lot of drama and a lot in the spotlight recently, and I don't want to dive as much into it necessarily.
No, quick. Wait. This was the next question, because you spoke a little about it from an outside looking in. Yes. What do you feel about Forest? What's been happening in Forest, and just be honest about it.
If Brentford can finish in the Conference League places next season and somehow end up in the Europa League, I will take it. So do you? Who's to blame as a Brentford fan? Because I spoke to other fans about it, and I've not spoken to a Brentford fan. So what's your? Because I don't want to say because you and Palace are rivals, but you're both London clubs. I just want to be. So how do you feel about it? If I was I feel like Forest fans have to agree that Crystal Palace fans do have to feel a bit aggrieved with everything.
100%. Yeah.
Do have to feel aggrieved. But is it John Textor? He's the one that is responsible for making sure that he is not part of that multi-ownership. And if there is anyone to blame, unfortunately for me, it falls onto him. So it's his responsibility to make sure that he is not part of multi-ownership, and that. I mean, everyone loves a conspiracy theory, don't they? And the way that
blame him. That's what you need to blame him. Parish.
Steve Parish, yeah. But obviously, there's been a lot of conspiracy theories floating around, haven't there? That Leon beat a team on the last day of the season.
Oh, here we go. I've heard this crap before. I'm a daily foul in the 96th minute to make him. It's all. Oh, come on, man. Everyone loves all this
conspiracy theory. Come on, everybody loves a conspiracy.
Everyone loves it, but it's all lies, man. And again, as I said, it's good to hear about other people's opinion about the Marinakis thing. But like I said, it's Marinakis. It's got nothing to do with Marinakis. Actually, if it was a Brentford fan, like I said, I respect your Brentford fan as well, Chairman as well. If it was him in that situation, he's looking for the best for Brentford, isn't it? That's what Marinakis did. He's just doing the best for Nottingham Forest. So,
yeah. Marinakis has spent a bit of time in the spotlight, hasn't he, over the last couple of months as well? And everybody can say whatever they like about him, but if he's getting the best for his football club, I would hope that Matthew Benham would do the same thing as well.
Yeah, I like your owner as well, to be fair. I like him. Because I've been to the stadium 3 times. Like I said, we won last year 2-0. That was an amazing game. But I can't.
That Forest game last season was the first time we lost at home in the season.
Yes, it was. Then they started. Everyone started losing your home games afterwards, didn't it? So
and then we started winning away games. Yeah. So we didn't lose. I think it was in 7 home games in a row, and then we didn't we lost once away from home in the second half of the season, and that was away at Newcastle. Obviously, that includes wins at with yourself at Forest, at Leicester, at Southampton. Big wins.
Craig, I'm saying like it's going to be a long season ahead. Like I said, the still transfer window still open on that. What's your views on the season? How are you feeling about where do you think Brentford will finish? Do you feel like you still need to get one or two players in? What's your opinion on all that?
Yeah, so I think we need probably another forward and a number 6. I don't think Jordan Henderson's going to last the season, if I'm being completely honest with you. We need a number 6 and we need another forward, which I think we will do. Get DoreOntour in, maybe get another in, and then I think we'll be all right.
Where do you think Brentford will finish?
I'll take 17th.
17th?
I as a Brentford fan, I'm of the firm belief that we're lucky to be in the Premier League. So I will take 17th. But Sunderland have recruited amazingly. Burnley have recruited.
Are you jealous? Are you jealous of Sunderland? Because we had the same situation when we got promoted, buying 20 or 30 players, and then Sunderland doing exactly the same. Are you a bit envious of them, or just is what it is, isn't it? You got to do what you got to do. What you got to do to stay in the Premier League.
Exactly. You got to do what you got to do to stay in the Premier League, and we're going into our 5th season in the Premier League now, 5th consecutive season, and touch wood, we have never been in the relegation zone since we've been in the Premier League. Never once been in the relegation zone. So fingers crossed, touch wood, that doesn't happen. But football's a funny old game, isn't it? There's never been a bigger gap between the teams that are in the Premier League and the 3 that are coming up. But Leeds, Burnley, and Sunderland are certainly doing their best to close that gap at the moment, aren't they? So
yeah, because Burnley lost 3-0, didn't they, today? So.
Yeah, so Burnley lose 3-0 at Spurs. West Ham lose 3-0 up at Sunderland. Wolves obviously losing 4-0 at the moment as well. So I do believe that there are 3 worse teams than us in the Premier League.
Definitely.
I do believe there are 3 worse teams than us in the Premier League, but you've got a manager who's got no experience managing first team level. You've got a team that's lost 39 goals in 2 players out of their front line and have not necessarily replaced them massively well so far. But we're a funny team. We like being the underdogs. We like people believing that we're not going to be not going to do well. Is Derby's record in danger? Nah, because we'll be 3 points.
No. Just make sure you beat them. Make sure every club beats them. That's all it matters, people. Just make sure you get more than 11 points. Everyone will do.
I would be safe putting money on us staying up. I mean, I might lose it on the end of the season, obviously, but I'd be confident. I'm confident in us staying up. But
you will stay up. I think you will stay up because, like I said, you've got a few good players in, and so I know you lost like three big players. You have lost, even your manager. He was big as well, but you won't go down.
I don't think we'll go down. We're still in a huge transition period for the football club. Let's not lie. We're in a massive transition period for the football club, and it's just seeing where we come out of it in 38 games time. And fingers crossed, we'll be 17th or higher. 17th, I don't care, even if it's goal difference, man. 17th, stay in the league.
100%. I think that's just like us, just because we had a fantastic season last season, as you know. But the main objective is to stay clear from a bottom 3, isn't it? Because you know what it is. Because, like I said, respectfully, like both our clubs and the rest of the top teams, like top 6. Like I know Man U and Spurs, they struggled last season. Everyone says they're going to have a better season. I think they will, but end of the day, it's just stay clear from bottom 3. So
I've got to ask, obviously, with all due respect, Forest obviously fell off slightly towards the back end of last season. Obviously, he was pushing top 4 and then finished 7th at the end of the season for the majority of it. Do you feel that having European football as well next season will impact your chances of getting back-to-back European football? Or are you realistically saying have a good European run, finish mid-table, go again? Like, what's the realistic outcome for Forest here?
But as a Forest fan, like you've got to look at Nuno's record, like he did with Wolves, because the first year with Wolves, he finished 7th and he got European football. And then again next season he got European football again with Wolves, and yeah, he finished 7th again. While I was in Europe, and I think he lost in the final. I think I don't know if it was right or wrong on that. Listen, I think we've got and this is respectfully towards Wolves. We've got a better team, team, and he said in his press conference like we are struggling, but because due to what competition that we are going to be in, Marinakis had to he couldn't confirm everything to know what competition we're in. But now we're bringing in 3 or 4 players in who are good players. I personally think I have good chance in Europe. And you know what? I'm finishing mid-table. I'll be happy as Larry. But the main thing I think is stay clear from the bottom 3. That's the main objective, because we all know, as you know, Brentford, like I said, they've not been about 3 for a long time, have they? So it's going to be tough. I hope we can have the same as we did last season, like beating teams like Liverpool away and Man U, Spurs. It's been amazing, but it's gonna be tough, absolutely tough. Like for Brentford, it's gonna be tough, but they always win games. Like, even if, like I said, I think Wissar, he's a good player. I wish we got him though, to be fair, because he's one of the players who can play anywhere in that front 3. But
yeah.
Hopefully Marinakis gets a late bid for Wissar, because so we can just take him off Newcastle. So
we're a nitty-gritty team. We'll always be there or thereabouts. That's what they say, isn't it?
Last but not least, people, like I said, I've done a poll. So who's going to win? Put Forest, Brentford draw, or you don't know. So 76 says Forest, 9% on Brentford. Bloody hell! There's a few Brentford fans in there as well. 16 says draw, and 8% says no. I'm going to get Craig's opinion on what his score will be. Are you there tomorrow, Craig? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be
Are you there tomorrow as well? Okay.
Yeah, I will be there. Don't you worry.
Yeah, so you see Forest win at last. Forest win at last. So, what's your score opinion for tomorrow, Craig?
Head and heart are in very different places at the moment.
My too.
Head and heart are in very different places at the moment. My heart is telling me that we're gonna keep up the good record that we've got at the City Ground, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna nick a 1-0 and come back to West London with 3 points. My head is saying we're in a bit of a different situation than where we were this time last season going into the league, but we're quite strong defensively, and I would take a 1-1. Take 1-1.
That's still a good result for you though. If I'm honest, like I said, Craig, I said Brentford 1-0. I don't know why I said it, because like I said, you've got a good record, and when you beat us 2-0 at a place last season, everyone assumed, we're going to give you a bloody battering, but you actually deserve to win that match from start to finish. So, like my heart says 1-0 Brentford, but my head says, because like I said, with the situation that you're in, I think it's not. We're not going to win 3 or 4-0. I think it's going to be like 2-1. Something like that. It's not going to be an easy game, because Brentford they've got a good team, especially the defense as well. But I'm going for chat. Am I allowed to change my mind? Chat? Am I allowed to change?
Now 1-0 Brentford's fine, mate.
People, I've got to stream at 9 o'clock with Aussie Day. I might change my mind then. So right now it says 1-0 to Brentford, but it'll change. But Craig, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for taking your time for Cupboard Channel. And like I said, people, he's got a channel called Road Podcast. If you can do a massive favor, Craig, if you want to see Craig get upset after the game, please do. All you gotta do is click on it, subscribe, and like I said, people, it's good to support other people's podcasts as well, because I love to see people upset when Forest, because I loved it last season. When Forest win, I watch other people's podcasts get upset, especially Liverpool. I bloody loved it. So, make sure everyone follows Craig as well, and on social medias as well, Instagram, X, the lot. But Craig, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully, like I said, bring your tissues tomorrow, because Forest are going to win. I think there was a situation we had an issue with every time we scored. Sure, we beat you twice. In that time we beat you, we scored in the 56th minute, I think it was, but it might be. I don't know. But right, it's a pleasure.
You score less goals than we do, mate. That's all that I care about.
So say it again.
As long as you score less goals than we do, mate, that's all I care about.
Listen to me. All that matters is that we need to turn up. It's not like because Brentford, like I said, they've got a great record at City Ground, and you know what? I don't remember, Craig. The lockdown game when we lost. Was it 3-1? That hurt me.
Anthony Lockhart got sent off that game. I really despise Anthony Lockhart. I'm sorry.
We don't like him either. We don't like him either. He was actually
He had a card for diving, so absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Right, people, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everyone. If you are rewatching this, get your score predictions in the comment section as well. As I said, I've got a live stream with Oz David at 9 o'clock, so that will redirect to that. So it's going to be a very interesting one because Ozzy David's got his portrait on everything on what's going on tomorrow. So watch out for that. But yeah, people, before you do leave, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and I'll see you at 9 o'clock tonight. Peace and love. Up that bloody forest.